What if you could speak English so fluently, it feels like magic? Stay tuned, and I'll share secrets to mastering English effortlessly, starting right now. Welcome to Anks English, the podcast where we transform English learning into a joyful, stress-free adventure. I'm Ank, your host, and I'm absolutely thrilled to have you here today as we dive into a topic that sparks curiosity for English learners worldwide: how to learn English effortlessly. If you've ever felt bogged down by complex grammar, endless vocabulary lists, or the fear of speaking up, this episode is your game changer. Over the years, I've guided thousands of learners just like you to speak English with confidence, ease, and genuine enjoyment. And trust me, it doesn't have to feel like climbing Mount Everest. You might be wondering, Ank, can learning a language really be that simple? The answer is a resounding yes. It's not about grinding through textbooks or memorizing every rule. Instead, it's about smart, practical strategies that fit into your life like a favorite song. Whether you're just starting out or polishing your skills, today's tips will help you boost your listening, speaking, and confidence without the stress. Here's the truth. You're already wired to master English. All it takes is a bit of patience, a touch of consistency, and a positive mindset. In this episode, we'll explore how to weave English into your daily routine so it feels as natural as chatting with a friend. So grab a cozy spot, maybe a cup of tea, and let's embark on this journey to effortless English learning together. What is effortless English learning? Let's start by unpacking what effortless learning really means. Is it possible to learn a language as rich and nuanced as English without feeling overwhelmed? Absolutely. Effortless learning isn't about avoiding effort altogether. It's about making the process so engaging, natural, and fun that it doesn't feel like work. Picture this. Instead of slaving over grammar charts or stressing about perfect pronunciation, you're laughing at an English comedy series, singing along to your favorite pop song, or chatting with a new friend in English. That's the essence of effortless learning, immersing yourself in the language through experiences you love. It's about creating an environment where English surrounds you, just like when you learned your first language as a kid. You didn't study rules. You absorbed the language by living it. Effortless learning means letting go of the pressure to be perfect and embracing methods that feel like play. It's about consistency, enjoyment, and real-world exposure. By the end of this episode, you'll have a toolbox strategies to make English a seamless part of your life, helping you improve without the frustration. Let's dive into how to make this happen with practical, actionable steps. Transform your mindset for success. The foundation of effortless learning is your mindset. Many learners start with the belief that English is a tough puzzle that requires hours of grueling study or flawless performance. But that mindset sets you up for stress and burnout. Instead, adopt a growth mindset. Focus on progress, not perfection. Every small step, whether it's understanding a new phrase, catching a movie line, or stumbling through a conversation, is a victory worth celebrating. Think of learning English like planting a garden. You don't expect flowers to bloom overnight, but with consistent care, they grow beautifully over time. Similarly, small, steady efforts in English lead to big results. Let go of the fear of mistakes. They're proof you're trying. For example, if you mispronounce a word in a chat, laugh it off, learn from it, and keep going. This positive attitude reduces pressure and makes learning feel like an adventure. To shift your mindset, try this. Write down 3 reasons you're excited to learn English. Maybe it's to travel, land a dream job, or connect with new people. Keep these reasons visible to remind yourself why you're on this journey. Also, practice self-compassion. If a grammar rule feels tricky, remind yourself that even native speakers make mistakes. By approaching English with curiosity and kindness, you'll unlock a world where learning feels natural and fun. Learn through real-world moments. Memorizing vocabulary lists or grammar rules can feel like a chore, but learning through real-world experiences is like diving into a good story. Kids learn their first language by listening to parents, watching cartoons, and playing. No flashcards required. You can harness that same magic for English. Here's how to make it happen. Dive into engaging content. Listen to podcasts like Anks English, or explore music by artists like Taylor Swift or Ed Sheeran. Pay attention to lyrics or podcast discussions to pick up phrases naturally. For instance, hearing "I'm over the moon" in a song teaches you a fun way to say you're excited. Watch for fun. Stream English movies, series, or YouTube vlogs. Start with subtitles in your native language to ease in, then switch to English subtitles as you grow confident. Shows like Friends or The Great British Bake Off are packed with everyday phrases and cultural nuggets. Read what sparks joy. Choose books, blogs, or even social media posts that align with your interests. Love cooking? Read English recipes or food blogs. Into gaming? Check out English gaming forums on X. When you're hooked on the content, you'll absorb new words without trying. For example, one of my students, Maria, learned tons of vocabulary by reading Harry Potter books in English. She didn't memorize lists. She fell in love with the story and naturally picked up words like wand and spell. Try this yourself. Pick a topic you're passionate about, find English content related to it, and let the language sink in. These experiences make learning feel like play, not work. Make English your everyday companion. Effortless learning thrives when English becomes a natural part of your day, not a separate task you dread. Instead of carving out hours for study, sprinkle English into your routine like seasoning on a dish. Here's how. Transform your environment. Set your phone, laptop, or social media to English. Seeing words like settings or notifications daily reinforces vocabulary. Label household items, stick notes saying fridge, lamp, or sink around your home. Every glance becomes a mini lesson. Follow English content online. Subscribe to English-speaking YouTubers, X accounts, or Instagram pages about your hobbies. For example, if you love fitness, follow trainers like Chloe Ting in English. You'll learn workout terms while staying motivated. Speak whenever possible. Chat with friends in English, even for a few minutes. No friends nearby? Join apps like Speaky or Hello Talk to connect with native speakers or learners. You can also practice solo. Describe your day or plans aloud in English while cooking or driving. One trick I love is the English-only hour. Pick 1 hour a day to use only English for small tasks, like texting a friend or writing a grocery list. My student Ahmed did this and noticed his confidence soar after just a few weeks. These tiny habits add up, turning English into a trusted friend rather than a daunting task. Master listening and speaking. Listening and speaking are the soul of language learning. They're how we connect, share, and grow in real life. Focusing on these skills makes English feel alive and practical. Why listening matters. It tunes your ear to English's rhythm, pronunciation, and flow. You'll catch how native speakers use phrases in context, like slang or idioms. For example, hearing "it's raining cats and dogs" in a podcast teaches you it means heavy rain. Why speaking matters. It builds confidence and cements what you've learned. The more you speak, the more comfortable you'll feel, even if you stumble. Speaking is like exercising a muscle. It gets stronger with use. How to boost listening. Choose content you love. Listen to Anks English episodes, audiobooks, or songs that match your vibe. Pop, hip-hop, or even classical. Use subtitles or transcripts. Watch movies with English subtitles or read podcast transcripts to connect spoken and written words. For example, following along with a TED Talks transcript helps you catch new terms. Practice active listening. Focus on specific details, like idioms or emotions in a speaker's tone. Jot down one new phrase per session to reinforce it. Start with learner-friendly resources. Try BBC Learning English or News and Levels for slower, clearer speech designed for learners. How to improve speaking. Talk daily, even alone. Describe your morning routine or dream vacation in English. Record yourself and listen back to spot progress. Find a language partner. Apps like Tandem connect you with native speakers for half English, half your language chats. My student Lisa improved her fluency by Skyping with a British partner twice a week. Shadow native speakers. Mimic their tone, rhythm, and pronunciation. Watch a YouTube clip and repeat lines to sound more natural. Set micro goals. Aim for a 3-minute English chat daily or introduce yourself in English to a mirror. Small wins build big confidence. Here's a pro tip. Combine listening and speaking. After listening to a podcast, summarize it aloud in your own words. This listen then speak cycle makes both skills stick. My student Carlos used this trick with Anks English episodes and saw his fluency skyrocket in months. Keep practicing and these skills will feel as natural as breathing. Build vocabulary the smart way. Memorizing word lists is like eating plain rice, boring and forgettable. Learning vocabulary in context, however, is like savoring a delicious meal. It's meaningful, memorable, and fun. Why context is crucial. Words come alive in real situations. You'll understand their meaning, usage, and nuances. For example, run can mean jogging, managing a business, or a streak in sports. Context clarifies which one. How to learn in context. Read for passion. Dive into novels, blogs, or X posts about topics you love. If you're into travel, read English travel blogs. Guess meanings from context before checking a dictionary. Watch and listen. Stream shows like Stranger Things, or listen to Anks English to hear words in action. Sing along to songs or follow audiobook texts to link sound and meaning. Use words actively. Write a journal entry using new words or toss them into chats. For example, after learning thrilled, write, "I'm thrilled about my new job." Group by themes. Learn related words together, like happy, joyful, and ecstatic for emotions. Apps like Quizlet make this fun with themed flashcard sets. Make it personal. Connect words to your life. For journey, think of a road trip you took. My student Priya linked dream to her goal of studying abroad, making it unforgettable. Repetition seals the deal. Revisit words in different contexts, like hearing awesome in a movie, then using it in a chat. Keep a vocabulary notebook with personal examples, like I felt awesome after acing my exam. Review it weekly to make words stick. This approach turns vocabulary into a tool you wield confidently. Consistency beats intensity. Cramming for hours might seem productive, but it's a recipe for burnout. Consistent, bite-sized practice is the secret to lasting progress. Why consistency wins. Daily exposure helps your brain absorb English naturally, builds habits, and boosts fluency over time. It's like watering a plant. Small, regular doses lead to growth. How to stay consistent. Set a realistic schedule. 10 to 20 minutes daily is better than hours once a week. Morning coffee with an English podcast? Perfect. Blend English into life. Listen to music while jogging, read English news, or text friends in English. My student Ravi learned by changing his gaming app to English, picking up terms like quest naturally. Use apps. Try Duolingo or Anki for quick lessons you can squeeze into busy days. Set a daily goal like 5 new words. Track progress. Keep a journal of new phrases, grammar wins, or speaking milestones. Seeing growth fuels motivation. Set small goals. Aim to learn 3 phrases weekly or chat in English for 5 minutes daily. These micro wins add up. Make it fun to stay hooked. Love sci-fi? Watch Star Wars in English. Into cooking? Follow English recipe videos. When learning feels like fun, you'll stick with it. Avoid the trap of intense sporadic study. It's exhausting and fades fast. Consistent, enjoyable practice is your path to fluency. Keep the fire burning. Stay positive. A positive mindset is your superpower for effortless learning. It keeps you motivated, resilient, and open to growth. Why positivity matters. It overcomes self-doubt, boosts motivation, builds resilience, and enhances memory. Studies show positive emotions help your brain absorb new info better than stress does. How to stay motivated. Set clear goals. Break big dreams like fluency into small steps, like learn 5 travel phrases this week. Celebrate wins. Reward yourself for milestones, like understanding a movie without subtitles. Treat yourself to a dessert or a fun outing. Know your why. Are you learning for a job, travel, or to connect with friends? Write it down and revisit it when motivation dips. Mix it up. Bored with podcasts? Try English video games or X discussions. Variety keeps things fresh. Find support. Join online communities on X or apps like italki to connect with learners and native speakers. My student Sophia joined a virtual speaking club and gained confidence through encouragement. Embrace mistakes. Mispronouncing schedule? No big deal. Learn and move on. Mistakes are proof you're growing. When frustration hits, pause. Take a walk. Watch a funny English clip, or switch to a lighter activity. Remind yourself, fluency is a journey, not a race. My student Juan felt stuck with grammar but kept going by focusing on small wins, like ordering coffee in English. Be kind to yourself. You're closer to your goal every day. Learning English doesn't have to feel like a marathon uphill. With a positive mindset, daily immersion, and consistent practice, it becomes a delightful journey. From soaking up podcasts and shows to mastering listening and speaking, these strategies make English feel like a trusted companion, not a task. Remember, it's about progress, not perfection. Celebrate every new word, every chat, every moment you understand a bit more. English isn't just a language. It's a key to new cultures, friendships, and opportunities. You're already on the right track, so keep moving forward with patience and joy. Thanks for joining me on Anks English today. If these tips lit a spark, hit that subscribe button, share this episode with a friend, and drop a comment on YouTube with your favorite strategy or your why for learning English. Keep practicing, stay positive, and I'll see you in the next episode. You're absolutely killing it.